podcast. I am Jonathan Rose.
And I am Caleb Albers.
And we are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a lot of bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast, we will be talking about our Road to Infinity War progress. This week was Ant-Man, and then next week is Civil War. We'll be talking about the Shazam controversy that has come out. Chris Evans' Avengers interview that leads to something very, very, very sad.
Yeah, it only destroys our souls.
It is a little bit. The Guardians / Infinity War. Why did you? Okay, never mind. Basically, an Infinity War clip that was kind of leaked because the footage isn't the best. The Deadpool 2 trailer that came out this week. A Power Rangers Shattered Grid trailer, which. Yeah.
We have thoughts.
Yeah. And then our Cloak and we'll be looking at our Cloak and Dagger trailer. Sorry. We'll be giving our thoughts on the Cloak and Dagger trailer. I can talk today, I swear. Then in our All Bros breakdown, we'll be doing our review for The Strangers Pray at Night.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen it yet, we'll warn you before we talk because it's going to be spoiler filled.
Which sucks because I think it's literally almost out of theater. I think it's already out of theaters.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so. It's not playing in Cinemark anymore.
That sucks.
I know, right?
It was a good movie, dude.
Yeah. I mean, the second one's better, in my opinion. I still like the first one better.
You just said the second one's better, and then you said you like the first one better.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I like the first one better, but let's not talk about that yet. Let's start with the news, shall we?
Okay. So, did you watch Ant-Man this week?
Sure did. Still one of the biggest surprises in the Marvel MCU. Ah, gosh. In the MCU. I can talk, I swear.
It didn't really surprise me how good it was.
Really?
Really.
Oh.
And that's mainly due to Paul Rudd.
That's fair. Paul Rudd's amazing. He's fantastic.
As soon as I heard that Paul Rudd was cast as Ant-Man, I was just like, well, regardless of how this movie ends up being, it's going to be great.
Yeah. At least you knew it was going to be funny.
Yeah. Like, I knew I was going to leave the theater being like, yeah, I want this movie in my collection, regardless if it was...
Don't you mean you want this movie in your collection for free?
Shut up. I can't help that I'm cheap.
That reminds me, shit, I forgot to send you the code again.
Yeah, you did.
My bad. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Say I had to watch it illegally.
Yeah.
Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Then next week was the fantastic Civil War movie.
Yes.
Which introduces our favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah. Which, I was watching the, you know when Marvel released the YouTube video that said, Infinity War is officially in production?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I thought it was really cool how Kevin Feige and the Russo brothers just said that they wanted to go into Infinity War where the Avengers are disbanded, they're not together anymore, and so that's why they had to do Civil War first.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool that they had planned that all along, that they didn't want the Avengers to be together.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Mm.
So we'll get into this later, but yeah. So I was going to ask a question, but I'm going to hold it.
All right.
So getting into the news through the wall, there was some controversy around the Shazam movie, saying that Zachary Levi is wearing too much foam padding.
Yeah, I can see that. It kind of is. Just
For real?
Really? You I don't know. The
it doesn't
suit's way too bulky for me.
It is pretty bulky. But all the superhero suits have padding in them.
Yeah, but not that noticeable. You can't really notice it with Batman or Superman. You can definitely notice it with Shazam.
Well, Shazam... Zachary Levi's not going to be taking his shirt off in this movie.
You never know.
No, he can't. If he does, I'm boycotting this movie. But he can't. He's Shazam. He's this 12-year-old boy. You really think that they're gonna have him take off his shirt and then all the girls like swoon and then they realize that he's 12.
Shit. Yeah,
no,
true.
it doesn't bother me because he's never gonna take off his costume.
I'm gonna laugh if he actually did. Oh, I'd laugh my ass.
Oh my gosh, dude! I will walk out of the movie theater and go see it another time.
You'd actually go back to see it.
I would, just because I out of principle, I'd have to walk out. Be like, you're sexualizing a 12-year-old kid.
But I'm still gonna come back and watch it.
Like, yes, it is Zachary Levi, but still, in this movie, he is freaking 12.
Alright, fair enough.
Or however old Billy Batson's going to be.
I literally know nothing about Shazam, so...
Other than he's a 12-year-old boy
yeah.
Goes Shazam and grows
like,
into a freaking Greek god.
The first time I saw him was in Injustice. So...
He's been in a couple of... Oh, no, I guess that's not true. He was in Young Justice. You haven't watched it? You're not missing much. I mean, it's good. It's not Teen Titans good.
Oh, okay.
But
wait, like original
Teen Titans.
Okay,
not Teen Titans Go.
Okay, thank goodness.
But it's kind of cool, like especially what they do with him, because they're having this council meeting with the Justice League, and they're voting on who they should let into the Justice League.
Yeah.
And they're going through saying, this kid's like he's just too immature for this, and Wonder Woman kind of calls out like, okay, well, if we're doing that, and then she pulls up a picture of Shazam and says, should we allow him to be to continue being in the Justice League? And even he's just like, what are you talking about? And then Batman kind of just backs him up. He's just like, he was one of the first members of the Justice League. We're not kicking him out. I mean, yes, he's maybe immature for how old he looks, but he has the wisdom of Zeus, or like wisdom of all these different gods, and he's a huge asset to the Justice League, and which is cool.
It's bad he wasn't in the first Justice League movie.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't really have him in the movie.
Yeah.
Not just letting alone the fact that they needed to cast him.
Yeah.
But could you have had him?
I was fine with
You could have had Billy.
Yeah, I don't know. I was fine with the ones that they picked. Like, I liked that they kept it somewhat small.
Yeah. Which, I would have liked to see Shazam in there, but understood why he couldn't be in.
I just wanted to see more from Cyborg and Flash.
I wanted to see more Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, that would have been kind of cool to see. Like, even if they were just fighting, just like a little Easter egg is if you see one of the rings fly to Earth.
Yeah, okay, that would have been cool.
Oh, well, that wouldn't have worked. Especially because that fight that they had was like the opening fight sequence.
Oh, yeah.
That was on Earth.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have worked. I don't know, something like a freaking green meteor or something.
Something.
Just something
Just
to be
tease.
like, oh yeah, or Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Or someone. But I have heard news on the Green Lantern Corps movie, where it's going to be it's either going to be Jon Stewart teaching Hal, or it's going to be Hal teaching Jon Stewart
Interesting.
how to be. It's going to be a training movie.
Okay.
Which
Sweet.
I'm totally up for.
Yeah, me too. I'm down for that.
But anyway, Shazam doesn't need to be actually ripped. He just needs to have the appearance of it. Or
Yeah.
whoever plays Shazam doesn't need it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, at least with like Superman and Batman, I could tell that like both Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill are ripped. Like, they're definitely ripped.
Mm-hmm.
But with Zachary Levi, like, just the way the padding looks, I'm like, okay, is it just like a skinny guy in like a padded suit? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from it.
now that I think about it a little bit more, probably. I mean, it is something that he'd have, if to prove that he's not wearing foam, he's probably going to have to take pictures and be like, see?
Yeah.
But
It's like, I swear I have
I'm
a
not-
six-pack, I
I'm
swear.
not upset about him wearing extra padding. I mean, hopefully it looks a little
extra
better. But
padding.
I know, but I'm not upset about it because we're not going to see him without his shirt off. Or without any clothes on in
We
this.
hope not.
We hope not. Unless Billy Batson's a freaking freak.
You never know.
Because that the suit just kind of comes with the powers. He just Shazam. And,
True.
I mean, Black Adam has the same deal. He yells. I don't know if he yells Shazam, but
The Rock is still Black Adam, isn't he?
I think he's still
Okay.
in it.
Okay.
Yeah. But obviously, The Rock's not going to need padding.
No.
I think, if anything, they're just going to need to make the fabrics thinner.
Yeah, right?
But I don't know. I'm not upset about Shazam wearing padding. I bet it's going to look better. I mean, I have more
just
problems
hope it
with the
looks-
suit than I do padding.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I have to see a trailer first to make my final judgment of the suit.
Yeah, but we're not going to get a.
Oh, no, it's going to be a very long time.
What do you think? Maybe like end of the year?
When
No,
is it
not.
coming?
Comes out 2019. So maybe early next year.
That's it. What month does it come out?
That's an excellent question.
Come on, Caleb. You're
I
supposed to know this
know
shit.
Aquaman comes out in.
Yeah, Aquaman.
I think it comes out this year.
Wasn't Jason Momoa at the last Salt Lake Comic Con? I can't remember. When we first went? I want to say he was.
I do too. That's my immediate reaction.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because like, we were deciding if we wanted to get an autograph or picture with him, and we decided not to. Because we just wanted to walk around and just, like, take
Mistakes.
a look. What?
I said mistakes.
I didn't really, I don't know. I thought it was just fun just walking around. And, I mean, my visit to Salt Lake Comic Con was made because I got to meet the Ghostbusters of Salt Lake, so. Yeah. You best believe that I will be, if they're there in September, you best believe I will be going over there and getting another picture.
I believe it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so this is what the article says, that he's throwing shade at the suit haters,
Okay.
saying fake muscles and everything. Actually, he did post some pictures.
Oh. Well, shit, okay.
So he's big, or he's getting bigger, but
I don't believe it till I see a six-pack.
yeah, no shit, right? Yeah. I'm trying to find where. Oh, so it hits theaters on April 5th, 2019.
Yeah, so I'd say, like, maybe, like towards the end of this year?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. At least
Probably.
a teaser.
I bet we get I want to say we would probably get an official trailer with Aquaman.
Yeah, I could
Because
see that.
Aquaman comes out in December of this year,
Yeah, I could see that.
which I haven't heard a lot on.
Yeah, there's only been, like, one official image released of it.
For real? I haven't
Yeah.
even seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen that? It's just Jason Momoa standing. I don't know what he's like, what's in the background, but you know, like it's him with his tattoos. It's a badass picture. But,
Yeah, I'm trying to find that original article I found, but I can't see anything.
well, shit.
I did find that this is off topic completely, but Josh Trank removed Fan 4 Stick from his Instagram bio. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's completely fair. That's hilarious. That's pretty damn funny.
I can't find it. The other ones. Shazam and I think Wonder Woman 2 are coming out 2019. And then Cyborg. And then a Green Lantern Corps.
And then
They
when
didn't
is
say anything about
Flashpoint?
Flashpoint.
Really?
Yeah. No, on that.
Isn't that like the next movie that goes into production?
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Maybe that one they're going to wait a while.
Damn it. I want to see more from Ezra Miller's Flash.
Yeah. While jumping to the good Marvel or cinematic universe.
Damn.
Yeah, no shit, right?
Savage.
There was a interview with Chris Evans that just destroyed my heart.
Me too. Basically, well, do you want to say it?
No, I don't want to say it.
Okay, fine, I'll say it. Is it confirmed that it wasn't an interview?
I think it was an interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, Chris Evans did say that after Avengers 4, whatever it's going to be titled, he is done with the MCU.
Moment of silence.
Seriously. This is for you, Evans.
That bothers me, dude. Like, I knew it was bound to happen. I knew that he... Is it him? I know it was someone that was kind of iffy on playing the character over and over again, but it wasn't Ben Affleck. So was it Chris Evans that was kind of like...
So.
about playing?
It was Chris Evans, I think.
Which makes sense. He does a lot of like those indie films.
Yeah, I think like I read that he really wants to get like behind the camera more. That's what he really wants to go into.
Yeah, he does a lot of good work on those indie films.
He does. I still need to see his movie that he did, Gifted, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
It's super good.
It is? Okay. Yeah. I'm like tempted to do a blind buy on that, and I think I will.
You should.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Okay, sweet.
So so obviously we're losing Captain America. How long until we lose Iron Man?
As long as Marvel can afford. Well, I think Robert Downey Jr. said that like he wants to leave on a high note and like not stay until to the point where like Iron Man's like a joke. I think that's something like that. He said that.
But would Iron Man ever be a joke? He is I think once Cap leaves,
Yeah.
Iron Man only has a couple more movies left.
That's true. I don't know. He just doesn't want to like.
Overstay as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
But you won't.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think Robert Downey could ever do that as Iron Man.
Okay, so since we're losing those, who do you think is going to become the head of the Avengers?
I don't know. I mean, I know in the comics, Hawkeye is with the leader of the Secret Avengers, isn't he?
Yeah, that'd be a great thing for Jeremy Renner.
I mean, he did say on his Instagram video that that's a wrap for me on on Infinity Wars, but this isn't a goodbye. It's sort of like a see you later or something like that. So he's not
So
saying
maybe
goodbye.
we are going to see him. I think it's just going to be a while before we see him again.
I just don't know how he's gonna. I just don't know if he's gonna be willing to play Hawkeye in his 50s.
Yeah. I can't see Vision becoming the leader.
Either.
I can't see Black Panther becoming the leader.
What about Black Widow?
Widow?
Yeah.
I don't see her becoming the leader either.
Or War Machine. Or Rhodey.
No. I could see either Doctor Strange taking that role, or I want to say Spider-Man, but also he's too young.
Yeah, in this version he's way too young.
And Spider-Man's always been the do-it-himself hero.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's another reason why I don't see him taking over the Avengers. I think he's just going to be like, alright, give me a call when you guys need me.
Yeah, basically. I think Doctor Strange would be a really good choice.
I think he would too.
I don't know if Thor could do it.
No. I'm trying to think who else. I bet Bucky would.
Yeah, Bucky could do a good
I
job.
bet if they do go this route and give Bucky the title of Captain America, I bet he would take the leadership role. And that would be a great ending. Steve passing the torch on to Bucky, and then Bucky taking over
That
the
would be.
team.
That'd be really cool.
Like him being hesitant, and then Steve just being like, "You can do this, dude."
Poor Falcon though doesn't get to become Captain America.
That doesn't bother me. I like him better as Falcon
That's fair.
when he was. Um, like just Bucky makes more sense to me.
Yeah, I can get. Yeah, I can get behind
All right, so who? I've heard multiple thoughts about this, but with the next Iron Man, or who would take on Iron Man, I'd like to see it be Shuri.
that. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Right?
I'd so be down.
That way we get like a lot more Shuri, a freaking better Iron Man, and just overall badassness. I could totally see it being Shuri, especially
better Iron Man. You saying that,
no,
Robert?
I meant like suit wise, technology wise,
Okay.
because she's pretty sure she's smarter than Iron Man, or
Tony Stark.
yeah. But dude, that'd be awesome,
That would
especially
be.
with like the whole how popular the comic book series is, where Iron Man is a girl.
Yeah, that's true.
Or
That'd be really cool.
I would love to
Yeah.
see Shuri
Me
take
too.
Iron Man on.
I'd be down for that.
Her suits would be bitchin', dude. So it's vibranium. It's like, well, that's not the least bit fair.
Right?
I don't know. I could also see them doing that because I don't know if Black Panther would be. I bet her first go to would be like, I'm going to build a vibranium suit, and then I bet Black Panther would be like, no.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if someone took that suit from you, we'd be in a world of shit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That would kind of justify
Yeah, I agree.
that.
That'd
Or
be
if
awesome.
Shuri's like the trainer of the girl who grows up to be Iron Man, or take over the Iron Man role. That could happen, where Tony Stark goes to the new science center to like kind of help teach kids, and sees this young girl growing up, and like helps like kind of mentors her, and she eventually gets inspired to build her own suit of armor, and then builds her own Iron Man suit,
Yeah, that could work.
and then that like Shuri being the leader, like, oh dude, so many possibilities. um, what's next?
The Infinity War leaked clip.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's leaked. I don't think it's official because like it's like theater quality clip. So basically, it's kind of like what we've seen before, but with just some added clips. It's when Thor first meets the Guardians of the Galaxy. He slams onto the window, and Rocket's like, get it away. Or get it off, whatever. So they bring him in, and so he's just laying there, and I think like Quill's like, oh, it's a guy, and he's like, no, or I can't remember. He's like, no, I think he says it's a dude. Jack's like, no, you're a dude. This is a man or something like that. It's like, just look at those muscles or something like that, and then you see Gamora just like touching his arm, and Star Lord's like, please stop touching his muscles. It was pretty funny, and then of course he wakes up, and then you get the famous like, he didn't say though, who the hell are you guys? He just said, who are you
guys?
And yeah, so I mean, we got some new footage, so that was cool. Some pretty funny footage, if I say so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's really makes me more excited for April 27th.
I personally would have liked to see Drax call him, not call it out, but just know that he's an Asgardian.
That would have been cool.
like just not like him show him panicked, but him just being like kind of wary, being like this isn't the dude, this is an Asgardian, and like I don't know, maybe show that there's some history between him and the Asgardians,
That would be cool.
right? And then Gamora doing her freaking groping. Then we see Mantis touch Thor's head. How do you think Mantis is going to have a big role in this movie?
I don't know, because Kevin, I can't remember who said it, but someone said that it's still the Avengers movie, so the Guardians aren't in it that much. So I doubt Mantis is like. I mean, like she's probably like the.
I bet they're going to get like the Hawkeye amount of time from Avengers.
Oh, 12 minutes?
Yeah.
Tiny.
I bet they're going to have enough where you don't really notice that they
Yeah.
aren't in it that much. But if you think about it, then you're like, they weren't in it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But also, I don't see Mantis taking a big role. I think I see when they get introduced to everyone,
Yeah.
her being like, I'm Mantis, and then
I'm
her
interested
just
to
kind of
see-
being shot to the wayside.
I'm interested to see where, how much of a role Gamora, yes, but especially Nebula. Very interested to see how big of a role Karen Gillian's Nebula has.
I freaking love Karen Gillian.
I know. She was so good in Jumanji.
She was
So good
great.
Ah.
Dude,
That movie's
her
still
and Jack
surprised-
Black
I know.
nailed the freaking teenage role.
Like, seriously, it's still, like, I'm still surprised by how much I liked that movie. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Even though the premise was exactly the same.
Yeah, but I
One
thought...
kid gets sucked into the game.
But I think it's cool that, like, the game actually, like, evolves, like, whatever's hot at that time, like, it can transform into that. I thought that was really cool.
I made a joke to Braille. I'm like, how do you think the game feels about having to update every 5 years?
But yeah, because, like, they're in our time, right? Like, they're in, like, the 2000s?
Yeah.
But yet...
2017.
Okay, but yet, they find it on a Super Nintendo? You think that Jumanji would, like, update to, like, an Xbox One or PS4 game?
I thought the entire console updated, or the entire console was Jumanji.
Oh, did it?
Was it?
I thought, I don't know. I have to watch it again. I just got it in the mail today.
Well, it could have
so-
been a Super Nintendo, but makes sense that it would be donated to a school.
Yeah.
Kinda. But anyway, getting off topic.
Sorry.
Yeah, Nebula and Gamora need a big role in this.
Yeah.
Even though I know that this movie is going to be like Thanos featuring the Avengers,
Yeah, it's basically...
which I'm super happy about.
Oh, yeah, me too. I mean, because it's been announced that Thanos and Thor are the ones with the most screen time.
Which doesn't bother me one bit.
Thanos, I'm not surprised by, but I'm a little surprised by Thor.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, they definitely have to tell Thanos' story in this movie.
they do, but you also have to show Thor getting Stormbreaker.
That's true. That's very true. I'm just so excited for Josh Brolin's Thanos. So excited.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's something I was going to say about Thor. I forgot. But anyway, Thanos' character, you're going to need a backstory on him.
yeah. And we've kind of gotten a glimpse already of that by what I think it was Kevin Feige said. So,
Yeah, showing that his world was the one that was destroyed. Apparently, you remember the clip from the first Guardians where they show the Celestial smashing down the hammer and then destroying the world?
yes.
That was apparently Titan.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So, I'm definitely going to want to see a lot of Nebula,
Yeah.
even if it's little baby Nebula.
Oh, it's gonna be so cute.
Then Gamora. Thor's going to be in it a lot. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say about him. Is do you think he's going to be back to his normal Thor ways, or do you think he's going to keep the Taika Waititi?
I kind of hope that he goes back to his rate.
Do you?
I don't know. I don't know anymore because like I loved what Taika Waititi did with the character, but yeah, like in some points I'm like he was too comedic. I feel Thor
Like
needs
the
to
reaction humor, like I said, the reaction humor was on point.
Yeah.
It was the forced jokes.
Yeah.
Like with the one with the ball, him
Yeah,
throwing
that
it against
was-
the window, forced joke.
Yeah. That was
Valkyrie getting drunk, falling off, forced joke. All the
I
reaction,
still think that was funny.
all the reaction humor was perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like when he was when he got to Asgard and like threw the hammer and like was holding his head or Loki's head and just like having it fly back at him.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. That was.
So if they could get rid of the forced humor and just keep his attitude through the rest of the movie, that's perfect.
Okay. All right.
Perfect Thor.
They might want to. They might tink it a little bit because I mean, like the stakes are really high in this movie. So
Yeah.
just saying.
Because I really love Taika Waititi's.
I do too. Like, I think like there were some misses, but overall, I think he did a great job with Thor: The Dark World. Not Thor Ragnarok. Sorry.
And it was just the parts where he was trying to be funny, dude. It's the stuff where he didn't try.
Yeah.
Like when when Thor flies and he's like, "Hello, Father," and Loki or Odin's just like, "Oh shit." Perfect.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, when when Hulk first attacks him and he's like, "You're making me look like an idiot. I told him we were friends." Like that was funny. And his reaction to seeing freaking Hulk come out of the hot tub.
Still.
He's like, "Oh, that's in my brain now." Perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, whatever. So this week we got the 3 new trailers: Deadpool 2, the Power Rangers Shattered Grid, and
Cloak and Dagger.
So I say we go best to worst.
Okay.
So first, Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That
so good.
That opening still kills me with when just Dopinder is just listening. He's like, "Start the."
Oh. He's like, "Oh, I think I shit my pants." Actually, that may have been me. What confused me, is Cable the bad guy?
I thought he was.
I know. I didn't think he was going to be the bad guy. I thought he was going to come back in time and be like, "I need your help."
I don't know. There was like so much going on in this trailer that I'm just like, where do I put my attention to? But we got to see a lot of the X-Force. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was way cool. I like how Domino's kind of like the Captain America in this, where she's just confused and when he's talking through the whole thing and he's like, and that's why Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is pure pornography.
Do you know who Terry Crews is playing? Because I know it's been said, but I forget.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
But what about him?
What?
What about him?
Oh, he looks kick-ass in the trailer. And then I think Ryan Reynolds says like a joke like, and make sure that they have like this ability to carry like 17 movies on their own or something like that.
Make sure they're young enough to carry their own franchise.
Oh, that's what it was.
That was freaking gold.
That was. And then you actually see him in the Professor X chair, don't you?
Yeah. Just kind of spinning around.
Yeah.
I swear I caught it, but There was a picture of Professor X in the background. Was it McAvoy?
I didn't catch that. I'll have to watch the trailer again.
So it says that Terry Crews' character is named Bedlam.
Bedlam?
Bedlam.
Okay. Never heard of him.
Bedlam.
Bedlam. Okay. Okay. Does he have superpowers?
Bedlam is a fictional character, a mutant superhero.
Oh.
He originally possessed the mutant ability to create and project a bio-EM field. I don't know what a freaking bio-EM field
but
is.
it sounds cool.
The effect of temporarily disabling any similarly powered technology in the vicinity. So anything that's controlled with EM. What is EM? Oh, electromagnetic. I'm dumb.
It's all good. I didn't know either.
Utilizes power to scan the environment for pre-existing energy fields. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Interesting.
Cool. I'm glad Terry Crews is in this.
Yeah, me too.
With frickin' Ryan Reynolds? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right?
You know that's going to be freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So from the trailer, it sounds like Cable is after this kid.
Yeah.
And they're trying to protect the kid. And then he gathers the X-Force, and then a lot of the action sequences, way better. You know that they put a lot more money into this movie.
Well, yeah. First movie made a shit ton.
Yeah. Especially when he was diving out of the plane. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh!
That was awesome.
And I think it was White, but like the people he was fighting, the white guards, and he was the sword fight. That looked really good. That was
bitchin'. I love the line at the end that he said. I can't remember if it's T.J. Miller or Ryan Reynolds.
It's both of them.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, "You think they're going to make a third one?" And he's like, "Probably not." I mean, once if they don't make a third, you freaking killed it on the second. Which I hope's not true.
I hope not. I want Deadpool to be a trilogy.
Dude, I wanted to have like a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully, like it's not like they're all winners. Unlike Wolverine, where like there's only like really one dud in it.
I feel Deadpool's a strong enough character, especially with Ryan Reynolds behind him.
Yeah,
I think it's strong enough to make each one better.
That's true.
I think that they can up their game each time.
We just don't need another X-Men Origins.
Yeah.
I think Ryan Reynolds would do anything in his power to make sure that we never cut a movie like that again.
You know, I do see them doing something as a joke, like talking about how there needs to be one dud in the movie, making just one shitty movie on purpose.
That'd be actually pretty damn funny.
Right? Like, you just watch it for comedic value.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt they would ever do that, but
Probably
Deadpool's
not.
is strong enough. With Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
I think he's strong enough to hold a franchise.
I agree.
Like, he's like the next he's like the X-Men Iron Man.
Yeah, that's literally what he is.
Dude, I also want, but I know it'll probably never happen, a Spidey Deadpool movie.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Sorry.
How fantastic would that be, though?
Freaking fantastic.
Like, I bet people would shit themselves.
Yeah, probably.
Out of laughter.
That'd be so cool to see Tom Holland and Ryan Reynolds together. Oh, that'd be fantastic.
I want to see Deadpool integrated into the MCU.
Me too. I'd love it.
Like, even even if he was like the new Stan Lee cameo.
That'd be awesome.
Right? You just kind of see him as like, oh, don't mind me.
Yeah. That'd be great.
That'd be fantastic. But it feels like with Guardians, it might be Howard the Duck.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely seems like that. I mean, Seth Green's playing him, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Have you seen the CinemaSins video for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
No.
Oh my god. So, like, at the part when he's like, you haven't something until you've gotten duck, and he just, like, keeps going, like, you haven't had fever until you've gone beaver, or something like that. It just keeps going on with so many animals, and I just, like, freaking died the first time. It's so funny. Oh, yeah, you're out of luck until you gone duck, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
right.
Dude, watch it. It's so funny. Definitely watch Volume 2 CinemaSins.
The other Marvel trailer that we got was Cloak and Dagger.
Which actually looks really promising.
It does.
Even though it's on Freeform.
Yeah.
Which I don't under...
I'm hoping that it ends up on Hulu. Like the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not that Hulu takes it over, but that it ends up on
I'm sure
Hulu.
it will.
Because I don't have any other way to watch it unless I watch it illegally.
Dude, I'm sure it will. Because is Pretty Little Liars on Hulu?
I think that's on Netflix.
Okay, then it might go on Netflix then. Because it's Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah, but then I have to wait for the show to
Yeah,
end.
that's true.
But I'm keeping my expectations pretty low for this one.
Yeah, I counted them too.
Because they're doing a major character swap where Dagger's the one that's struggling with life, and she's the. I know that they meet because in the comics, at least, that Cloak grows up in like the Bronx or whatever, and is trying to steal from her. But it looks like it's going to go the other way because it looks like Cloak is the one that's well off, and Dagger's the one that's not.
Yeah, definitely looks so.
But it looks good.
It does. It really does.
I didn't have the best of initial thoughts because of the actress playing Dagger.
I think it's Stephanie Grace Scott. I think that's her name.
That may be it. I wouldn't know her name from anything, but I didn't have the highest hopes just because I knew that she was from Disney Channel.
You'd be surprised. Some Disney Channel actors can be good.
Some of them can, yeah. Like Bella Thorne, no.
She's not awful. I
Dude,
mean,
have you seen her in The Babysitter?
No.
It's on Netflix.
No.
She's just so bad.
Really?
So bad.
I mean, I'll definitely say that Zendaya is a better actress.
I still have yet to watch Greatest Showman, so I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Because I still feel that she Disney Channels it up.
I disagree, but whatever. Whatever.
But yeah, so that's my feelings on Cloak and Dagger. Definitely gonna watch it.
I've never read anything about Cloak and Dagger, so this will be my first viewing of anything that has to do with them. So I'm excited for it, even though I have literally no idea what's going on.
It's kind of cool. They're kind of the same situation as the Runaways, except their parents aren't villains.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which I've finished Runaways a while ago, and it was good.
A couple episodes. I need to finish it.
It's good.
Okay.
Once you get to the end.
Okay.
Yeah, their action sequences are pretty good, and they're just running away from their parents the entire time, or trying to hide, but then their parents figure it out by the end, and it's good. I definitely want a second season out of it, but Cloak and Dagger is related to the Runaways. Not biologically, but apparently the parents hire, in the comic books at least, the parents of the Runaways hire Cloak and Dagger to find them, because that's kind of what their business is. They go and find lost kids, or kids that have lost their way or something like that.
Yeah.
And so the parents hire Cloak and Dagger to go find their kids, and then the Runaways kind of explain their situation.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. And I forget his name. Shit.
Good job.
The main kid. Like the black kid with the weird funky hair from Runaways.
Oh yeah. Shit. I forgot his name.
I want to say it's like Mike or something.
I think you're right. I forget.
Anyway, he ends up becoming a villain for the Runaways. Like he kind of turns on his team because they're going in a direction that he doesn't agree with, and ends up becoming a villain for them. I'm like, what?
Interesting.
It's really cool. But if it's equally as good as the Runaways, or even a little less than like good, than if it's comparable to season 3 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I'll enjoy it. I'll watch it.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool.
Because my standards are freaking low. The last trailer we got is Power Rangers Shattered Grid.
Why does this even exist?
It shouldn't. It's because, what's his name? Jason David Frank?
Yeah, that's his name.
It's probably because he went bitching and was just like, I want my own movie.
Because he won't let go of Power Rangers.
Yeah, we get it. Dude.
Again, you played the Green Ranger and the White Ranger.
And like no, he also played the Black Ranger and Dino Thunder.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Like he's played in like a shit ton of Power Ranger shows.
Oh, I'm sure he probably argued that he should have a lot more screen time in the new Power Rangers movie. I'll bet you.
Yeah, probably.
And
he's probably the reason they're not getting a sequel. They're like, no, we're not putting you as the Green Ranger. You're too old.
You did see how much that movie made at the box office, right?
Yeah, not a lot, but still.
Yeah,
he's probably fighting for a sequel.
No, like you did see the final numbers, right?
Not good.
No.
How bad?
Budget was $100 million. It only grossed $120 million.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, home video sales.
I mean, at least they made their money back.
Barely. They didn't even break even.
Ugh.
Home video sales did help it out because I think it was like number 1 for 2 weeks. Like it did very well on video, but I don't think that's enough to. I sadly don't think we're gonna get a sequel, which sucks.
Yeah.
Because I want to see more from this Ranger team. But I want your opinion. How do you think that because so you know how I think it's Amy Jo Johnson, isn't that her name, the original Pink Ranger?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you know how she's coming to Salt Lake Comic Con?
Right.
Do you think the only reason that Jason David Frank is coming because she announced it first?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm glad I feel the same way. He's like, ooh, she's going.
Dude, he got like super into his role. If he has the hots for her, it's just kind of like, dude, you got like too into this role. And he did. And like, there are some superpowered beatdowns on YouTube that Machinima, I think is what it's...
Yeah, I think that's how I say it.
Yeah. Oh no, it's Bat in the Sun. Actually, I think they're done by Machinima. Anyway, he's been in like 3. One as the Green Ranger, one as the White Ranger. Actually, I think it was 2 as the White Ranger. And each time, it was the Ranger that won. And then he would take off his helmet. I'm like, dude, just stop.
It's retarded.
Like, we get it. You're the Green Ranger, and you're proud of it.
I'm sorry. I'd much rather meet the original Pink Ranger than him. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I hear he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me because of how hard he's holding on to this.
Yeah. I've heard Amy Jo Johnson's very nice, so
that's good.
So I'd totally be down to meet the original Pink Ranger.
I wonder if he was always like a freaking asshole, or if it just kind of like grew on him and he's like, I want to be in this one. I want to be in this one. like he's involved in pretty
He's
much
like the
everything
definition
Power
of
Ranger.
when you need to let a franchise go.
What's the name of that movie? I swear there's a movie where they have that problem with someone.
I don't know.
It remind. Did you ever watch Rough Night with Scarlett Johansson?
Yes. Yeah.
It reminds me of her friend.
Oh, Jillian Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Where she's like, yeah, we're older now. We don't do that. It's just kind of let it go. Dude, like, he's probably that dude that if all the original Rangers were to get together, he's like, we should get up in our costumes and go, like, just fight and stuff. It's like, no. Shut up.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You see,
Get like a spray can. No, Jason.
Did you see Rough Night?
Yeah,
because I sent you the code, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I died at that scene in the airport. Well, yeah, this is an airport. That sounds like a gunshot when they open the champagne. Oh, I died. I could not breathe. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah. I probably would compare Jason David Frank to being like the Cartman of his group.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just kind of like, no, shut up. Like we're all over this. Like, yeah, we still enjoy, like we enjoyed being the Power Rangers, but dude.
Have you seen that episode of South Park when Cartman thinks he's a ghost and Butters is the only one that can actually understand him?
Yep.
Oh, it's so fun. That's a good episode right there.
Oh, that was great. That show was great.
It is. A little inappropriate sometimes. But
Sometimes?
Okay, a lot. Like 99% of the time. But still a great show.
It is great.
Right, so we should probably give our actual thoughts on the trailer. We've just been talking about
how bad. Well, I think.
What's the point of this trailer? So
it reminds me of Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Where it's like this evil Tommy.
Yeah.
Really?
So it's an evil White Ranger.
I mean.
And then but like there's a yellow. But like
an armored Yellow Ranger.
So is that Trini or is it completely someone different?
Beats me, dude. He always thinks that he's like the best Ranger.
Yeah, sorry, no. Billy will always be the best Ranger.
Yeah, no shit. It's always either the red or the blue that are like.
Yeah, I agree.
That I feel are the best, but it's probably Jason David Frank being like the Green Ranger needs to be more powerful.
I'm sorry, he was always my least favorite.
Dude, I wonder if they hired him on for this show or hired him on for Power Rangers when it first started.
Yeah.
Telling him, hey, you're not going to be in for a while, but you're going to be playing the evil Ranger that eventually becomes good. And I wonder if he threw a bitch fit and was just like, well, I want to be the Green Ranger. And I wonder if they're going to make the black one the evil one. And then have like the Black Ranger be the green, and because that makes sense.
That would make a lot of sense.
And then they're like, "No, I want to be green," and then they're just like, "Whatever, dude.
Make up your damn mind."
Like we don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
Just like everyone that. Anytime I see him on like that machinima, because he's always the go-to expert about. Like I'll show you. He wins every single fake fight. It bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah, so like in the trailer, it's like him just like looking at all these screens of like past Rangers. I thought that was cool, like just seeing like them talking about that was cool until we actually saw him. Up until that point, I was kind of hooked, and then he took me out of it.
Yeah, it's just.
And then
so just like, dude.
Yeah, I can't remember what the Yellow Ranger says. She says something, and then he walks forward, and he's like, now they'll realize that they missed out on gods or something like that. I really didn't give two shits what he said.
Or show them that they missed out on being gods.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
It's like,
I can't believe this is.
That's
like
not how the Power Rangers work.
So this is a real
Dipshit.
thing, right?
It's a real thing. As far as I'm aware, it is a real thing.
This is freaking retarded.
Yeah. Are you gonna go see it though?
Hell no. It's probably just gonna be like an internet series or something like that. I doubt it's gonna be a real movie.
We'll have to look more into it.
Yeah.
But, dude.
Because I'd much rather get a sequel to the 2017 Power Rangers than this shit.
Yeah.
Because that one was actually good.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what the budget is.
They'd have to keep it the same or actually maybe even decrease it. Because, and I think also, I think they chose a very bad month to release it. Because literally it came out the same month as Beauty and the Beast. And I think it only had like I think it only came out like 2 weeks after that. And Beauty and the Beast was still making a shit ton of money. Like it made over $1 billion. So.
Well, I was talking about Shattered Grid.
My bad.
I was gonna say, like, I wonder what the budget's gonna look like on that.
I don't know, because I feel bad whoever had to put money into it.
Yeah. So I'm willing to bet that it looks that if it does have a budget, I'm willing to bet that it's going to look like a movie made in the 90s.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like, I feel that you could get a lot out of a original Power Rangers style movie.
You could. You really could.
But, like, it would have to be really good. And you would have to use the same style as in the TV shows. Because the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie proves that CGI doesn't always work.
No.
Dude,
But
I always
don't
thought
make
their
it like-
costumes were better. Like, I think you could spend, like, a ton of money alone on just the CGI of a city. And then do what you normally do with the Power Rangers. Just do the suit, like, built up funny, and then have it grow.
I would just think they would need to have a happy medium because we don't want CGI of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie and we don't want Turbo of Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
Because they barely even morphed in that movie. It pissed me off.
Are you shitting me with the hard-on Jason David Frank has for the Rangers? They're going to be in the suits the entire movie.
And like you all of a sudden just see the kid walk up, "Guy, I'm the new Blue Ranger." But yet he's the exact same size still as all the others. How the hell does that work?
Oh my gosh, dude.
I didn't get that at all. I'm like, okay, so when you enter the Ranger suit, it has growing abilities?
Yeah, have you seen when he morphs?
Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. He like gets the nurse, puts the suit on, and then he just grows bigger.
I'm like, okay. Is this Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah,
What
someone
is
forgot to tell you how this works.
it? Right?
Anyway, I'm not excited for this
No,
movie.
I could give two shits less.
I mean, if this is more of a movie that I'd go see on a Tuesday if I had time.
I wouldn't spend $5 on this shit.
Really?
No.
You wouldn't even spend $5?
Maybe what I would do is I'd like rent it from Netflix for not Netflix Redbox for like $1.50. Bring it over here just so we can laugh at it together.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We will so you heard it here. We are going to be doing a review.
If this actually does happen, yeah, there will be a review.
Yeah, we'll be doing a review of Power Rangers Shattered Grid. Hell, that would make it a freaking hilarious YouTube thing too.
That would be, yeah, I agree.
Dude, just watch. It's going to end up being like super good.
I doubt it. I hope it isn't.
How funny would that be though? It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
So let's get into the main event of the evening, which is going to be an All Bros breakdown of The Strangers Pray at Night.
Let us pray their home.
So, you have the premise for the movie, like
down to a T. Okay, all right. Let's do this. So basically, The Strangers Pray at Night focuses on our three killers from the original Strangers movie. The story goes that this family whose daughter hasn't been acting that well in school. He's gotten into a little too much trouble.
Played by Madison Bailey.
Oh, that's her name?
I think it's their name.
Yeah, I think you're right.
She bugs the shit out of me, dude.
So basically she's just gotten into too much trouble that the parents can't handle it. So basically they've decided to send her to boarding school. Right? Boarding school?
Yep.
Yeah. And so basically they decide to all go up the I think don't they go like on a, is it on a weekend that they go?
Yep.
Okay. So they go up to their I don't know whose parents it is.
I think it was the mother's uncle.
Okay, so it's I forget her name, but it's the mom's uncle's kind of RV
Park.
Yeah, RV park. So they're just gonna stay the night there, and then they're gonna drive to the boarding school and drop whatever I forget the daughter's name. I'm kind of like I don't really give a shit about names with this movie. It's more so the kills, isn't it? It's a horror movie. So basically that happens. But of course, because it's a horror movie, that doesn't happen and shit goes awry. So yeah. Sorry.
So we got Christina Hendricks.
That's her name.
That plays Cindy, who's the mom.
Okay.
Bailey Madison. Did I say Madison Bailey?
Yeah, I think you did. So it's
That sucks.
whatever.
Plays the bitchy, angsty teenager Kinsey. Then we got Martin Henderson playing Mike, the dad.
Okay.
And then Lewis Pullman playing Luke, the son.
Okay.
I feel like I know Christina Hendricks from something else.
Yeah, I know she was in Fist Fight. I know that. I'm just trying to remember what else she was in.
And she's in Fist Fight. Good Girls, this new TV show, Mad Men.
Oh.
That's all I know her from.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so Cindy didn't seem like a very good mother.
No.
Or her and Mike, they didn't seem like very good parents.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like I kind of understood where they were coming from because they had tried basically everything, and this was their last resort because they didn't want their daughter to basically turn into
what she was.
but like 100 times worse.
That's
So
fair.
I get where they're coming from. It sucks though that like the brother barely had like any story arc. Literally all that we got is he likes baseball and he's going to college.
He was going to college.
Yeah, he was. Well, he still could.
Could he though?
You never know. Yeah. So do we kind of just want to? Do I want me to just like say kind of like go through the movie just a little bit of like I'm not gonna like do a whole breakdown, but kind of just go through what happened.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Just do
okay.
that.
So kind of like what I said with the synopsis. It starts out family's packing up. They head out to this trailer park. Well, actually, wait, no, sorry. The beginning, which is creepy as hell, and this was such a cool shot. It's you see a street light on, and I think you see a mailbox too, don't you? In the left of the shot, like.
Yep.
Okay. And like you see fog just coming, and you see the strangers' classic pickup truck driving. And you hear the song "Kids in America" playing, and I'm just like, this is like freaking awesome. I don't know, it was such a cool shot for a horror movie, in my opinion. So you see them pulling up slowly, and then you see them pull into a driveway, and it turns out it's actually the uncle, Christina Hendricks, right? What's her name?
Yep, Cindy.
Christina Hendricks' uncle's house, and you hear, I think they all get out, don't they?
I don't think they all. Actually, they might.
Okay.
I think they all get out.
Yeah, because when his wife looks, there's no one in the truck.
Yeah.
So basically, Dollface knocks on the door, and the wife wakes up, and she's like, "Who's there?" And I think she just looks through the window. She doesn't open
Yeah,
the
she
door.
looks through the window, sees the truck. She doesn't
Yeah.
see anyone in it, and then she opens the door, and no one's there.
I don't think she even opens the door, does she?
She does. She like looks through the wind or the top of the glass of the door,
Oh, okay.
and then she like opens it up, and
Okay.
it's like locked, and she like looks out, and no
Oh,
one's
yeah.
there, and then she shuts it, and then Dollface is in the corner.
Yeah. She's like, "What?" She says, "What are you doing in my house?" And then it just cuts after that. And then the next thing we see is we see Dollface walk into the bedroom. She pets the dog, and she lays with the husband, and that was creepy as hell.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just kind of like,
but I mean, it's in her character. And then I think after that, it's the title card, isn't it? It doesn't say "The Strangers Pray at Night."
Yep.
Okay.
And then it cuts to the family.
Yeah, it cuts to the family packing up. They pick up, what's the son's name again? Luke. They pick him up from baseball practice, and first they stop to get a bite to eat, don't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stop, and this is where I realized that the mom is not a good parent.
Oh,
Because she walks out. She walks out, and she's like, "Oh, not even trying to hide it," and then she's just.
Yeah.
And then she takes the cigarette and starts smoking with her, and I'm like, okay,
That's
maybe
fair.
you are the ones that need to go to boarding school.
That's fair. And then so they hit the road, head to the trailer park, and they go up to the front where basically it's kind of like the convenience store. And Christine, what's her name? Cindy. She goes in. She sees a note that she thinks is written by her uncle.
It's written in crayon. That's
it
dead
was written
giveaway.
in crayon, yeah. And because I didn't even notice this. Caleb and our friend Christian had to point this out that I actually thought the uncle wrote it, but no, it was one of the strangers. I know, I was very stupid. Apparently, I didn't see the smiley face on it, which
It was in the bottom of the paper, dude.
Well, apparently I'm stupid and didn't notice the stranger trademark. So basically she sees the paper that says, "Hey, make yourselves at home. You're in, I think, 47. I think that's where they were."
Yep, 47.
You're in a cabin, trailer 47. Make yourselves at home. We'll see you guys in the morning.
No.
Yeah, right. Sorry. So they go to the cabin, and basically they want to try to spend some time as a family. So the husband's like, "Hey, let's play a game of cards," but I think the daughter's not in for it, right?
Yeah, so so the son puts his phone on the table,
Yeah.
and then they start to play, and he's like, "Awesome, like, thank you," and then the dad pulls out his phone, puts it on the table, the mom has hers already on the table, and then the dad goes and sits down with Kinsey and says, "Hey, like, why don't you play before we take you?" And she's like, and she takes out her headphones, and I'm like, "Oh, that's nice," and then she just grabs her pack of cigarettes and leaves. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. And then after that happens, they send Luke out to go talk to her.
Dude, during this whole thing, Kinsey bugs the living bejesus out of me.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is typecasting I don't know if it's typecasting. She might be the nicest person on the planet.
I think she is actually. Like, I've heard that she's a sweetheart in real life. Like, dude, like, watch it. There was actually, like, a behind-the-scenes video where, like, a producer or, like, just someone that was working on the movie asked if she would do a shout-out for her daughter, and she was like, "Yeah, I'd love to." And she's, like, covered in blood, and she's, like, giving a shout-out, because it's, like, towards the end of the movie when, yeah. It's just, like, really fun.
Yeah, so she's in this show called The Fosters, and she plays a character that's always like, "Woe is me," and is just super bitchy.
I guess
And I'm
she's
just
good
like,
at the part.
"Gosh, I hate you." Like, I just hate that show. Brielle's the one that watches it, but during that whole show, I'm just like, "Gosh, you people just need to get hit by a bus." But especially her, I'm just like, "Gosh."
Yeah, that's fair. And
But
so
I feel bad. Like, if she ever comes to a Comic-Con, I may go to, like, if she does a panel.
yeah,
I may go listen. I'm just like, I just want to redeem her some way in my eyes.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be just judging her on all of her parts.
Yeah, right? No, I agree. So...
How funny would you think it would be if I went up and told her, I'm like, I hate you in, like, everything you're in. But I'm
so
sure
nice.
that's what you're going for.
Yeah. Like, is that typecasting? Or, like, please tell me you're not a bitch in real life. Like, please tell me.
Yeah, I kind of want to go and apologize. Like, I'm sorry, but I just hate you.
That'd be really funny. So basically, Luke finds her smoking a cigarette. I think like it's by a park, right? It's just like, or like
yeah, it's
like
just
a play
kind of
area
a
that
pavilion.
they have. Yeah. And so basically, she's like, you know, you're so lucky. You don't have to worry about them after this year. And doesn't he say like, well, neither will you most likely, since you're going to boarding school. Now they kind of have like a brother sister moment, which is nice.
Yeah.
And then in the shadows you see Dollface just standing there watching them, which I don't see how you couldn't have seen her because she was a little lit. But you know, whatever. It's a horror movie. People are stupid.
Yeah.
We find that out very strongly in a little bit. So the next scene is they're just like throwing rocks and walking, and they find a cabin that's opened. Sorry, trailer, whatever. I don't know why I keep saying cabin, whatever.
It's kind of a cabin. It's not really a trailer because
Okay.
it's like kind of like a mobile home.
That's true. Okay. So they find one that has its door open, and they decide to go in, and they find some alcohol, and they're like, oh, you know, she's like, hey, let's take 3 shots, and he's like, 2. He's like, deal.
No, he's like 1, and she's like 3.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then he's like 2.
Yeah. Okay. And then they go. I think it's Luke or is it Kinsey that decides to look in the back room?
No, they heard the noise.
Oh
the
yeah.
dog.
Oh yeah. So they hear a noise. They open the door and the dog comes running out. Then they walk in and they see a sheet over the bed, and I think it's Kinsey that pulls it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kinsey pulls it, and it's their grandparents. Basically.
It's the uncle and.
Yeah. The uncle and his wife brutally murdered. Like, holy shit! Like, strangers.
Okay, I may have noticed this, but on the wife, did it look like she had like clown paint on?
I don't know. I really only got a good look at the husband. I never got a good look at the wife. I'll have to. I'm not gonna go see it.
I'm still convinced that it was the dog.
Really?
Yeah, I think that they were just killed, and the dog was locked in there for so long that it just.
No, because it happens the exact same night. Remember?
Oh, that's true. Son of a bitch. Okay, continue. I need to rethink my life.
So basically, of course, they come screaming out of the house because oh my goodness, they were like
Reasons.
Yeah, they were. Damn, like strangers played no games, having fun killing them. So basically, they come out running, and they find their parents, and they're like, we just saw, they're their grandma and grandpa, right?
No, it's their uncle.
Oh, it is? Okay. Well,
it's the mom's uncle, or Cindy's uncle.
Okay, my bad. So basically, they're like, oh, we found uncle and aunt so-and-so, dead, and they're like, are you serious? Like, really? He's like, I'm just thinking, like, who the hell, like, says, like, some shit like that, like, oh yeah, I'm just joking, I totally just found their bodies mutilated.
Joke's on you.
So basically, the husband is like, okay, take Kinsey back to he tells his wife to take Kinsey back to the trailer and lock the door, and asks Luke to take him to the trailer to show him where he found the bodies, and I think it just cuts to Kinsey and Sydney in the trailer, and she's trying to call 911 because she finally finds finds a phone that actually works, because all the
you skipped that part.
What?
They went to call 911 and all of their phones are smashed.
Yeah, except for one that I don't know how
barely worked.
Yeah, barely worked, and like all she can hear is static and barely like make out a little voice. But then Kinsey's like, mom, and she sees Dollface just standing in the trailer, and you see like Dollface just spinning the butcher knife, and I have to admit, if I'd probably taunt them like that, that'd be kind of funny. Not that I'm like a
yeah, you didn't sound like a serial killer right there.
So yeah, so she's just twirling it, and all of a sudden she stabs it into the camera.
Yeah, dude. I've been like their reaction to that. I'm like, makes sense.
Yeah. So they book it into the bathroom. They lock the door. She just keeps banging on it, and then she finally stops. So they're like, okay, I guess not. But then like that door must have been like cheaply made, because like.
Yeah, it's a mobile home.
Yeah, that's true. But like she starts like mutilating that door, and it starts like breaking through it. And so Sydney sees like an exit on the top of the RV, whatever, and lifts Kinsey up, and Dollface is able to get in this moment. And this is like, this is just weird as hell. Dollface basically starts like caressing Sydney's hair, and she's just like looking up, and all of a sudden she just stabs her in the back. I think she stabs her like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the end of Christina Hendricks' character, which sucks because like I think she's a good actress.
She was really good. This whole movie, I was wanting it to be
her,
Kinsey.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, gosh, just get her.
And so basically, Kinsey takes off running, and then we cut back to the son and father, and Luke finds the trailer. They go in, they see the bodies, and they're like, "Oh shit, you weren't kidding." Well, the father's like that, and so then
he ransacks the room and he finds the uncle's gun.
Yeah, and he's like, "Okay," he tells like the son, "I want you to run as fast as you can," and the son opens the door and he's like, "Dad," and it's the man with the sack. I can't remember what he's exactly called. I think it's like, the man with the sack. Whatever.
Man in the mask.
Man in the mask. He just sees
Close.
he sees him standing there, like kind of like, I don't know, like say like there's like steps that go up to it. He's kind of like on like the sidewalk of the area. Just standing there, just like looking at them with like the axe held to his side. And so they slam the door shut. But doesn't he go and grab the gun after that, or does he already have the gun?
He already has the gun.
Okay,
I think.
I can't remember.
It's one or the other, but he wasn't smart about it.
No, he wasn't.
He just like grabbed the gun. He's like, 5 seconds, I'll shoot. And I'm like, yeah, give him 5 seconds to run away, you jackass.
Or basically 5 seconds to break into the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
that's the whole thing that bothered me. Like, no one took advantage of things that they could have.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting to the stupidest moment in the movie, right? We're getting there. Remember? Luke?
Oh my gosh, yep.
So after that, oh my goodness. Basically he opens the door, and of course the man in the mask is gone. So they book it to the minivan, and they're actually able to drive away until I don't know what they throw at the window.
A freaking, like, log or something.
Okay,
or,
so,
like, it looked like a 4x4 that was, like, snapped in half and then, like, sharpened, it looked like. And then he just, like, that just comes flying. That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me, too.
Because I saw something in the corner and I was just like, what the? And then
I didn't see that.
I was like, ah!
And so basically that causes the dad to crash the car, and I forget what exactly goes through him. I forget.
It was that thing. It was the wooden thing. Yeah.
Okay, so basically the thing that made them crash goes through the dad's like stomach, and basically like he was gonna die. He was yeah. So basically he tells his son, go find your sister and your mom. Oh wait, no, sorry, no. I totally skipped a part. They go back to their cabin and they discover the mom's body.
Yep.
Then they jump in the van, and then
that whole scene I really liked.
Yeah.
Just the reaction from
he's like
from Mike.
Yeah, he's like, don't come, like.
Yeah, so he went in. He's like, stay here, and then goes in, has his little moment to himself. And then when he realizes like Luke's like right behind him, he like turns around and like tackles him out. I love
how like it I don't know what kind of sound it is, but it's like you get like the like everything up.
The ear ringing.
Yeah. Perfect. It was like perfect for that. Perfect. Yeah. So basically after that, minivan, dad gets impaled. Basically he's saying, go find your sister and like basically get out of here. Do everything you can to survive. And I wish one of them would have said "I love you," but the dad says "I'm proud of you," doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you kind of let it go.
Yeah. So
especially with the moment they just had. I think.
Yeah, it works. And so like I think like literally like 5 seconds after the dad leaves, the man in the mask.
No, the son leaves.
Yeah, sorry, the son leaves. The man in the mask just casually just gets into the van next to him, and takes out. I think it was a screwdriver, wasn't it, or something like a screwdriver?
Looked like a chisel.
Yeah, it did look. Yeah, okay.
Not a chisel. Like a. I forgot the name of the tool. A scribe.
Okay, there we go.
Kind of like a really pointy scribe. They missed a huge opportunity. Like, so he was just sitting there, like the dad was sitting there, like panicking, trying to get the thing out of him so he could like run away. I'm like, dude, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like, like this bugged me a lot. He was pussing out. He was like just crying. I'm like, this man killed your wife. Maybe have killed your daughter.
Well, no, he's not the one that killed the wife.
I know.
Well, yeah, he doesn't know that.
Yeah, he doesn't know. True. He's like, this person killed your wife. This person may have killed your daughter and is on the hunt for your son. Like, sack up.
Yeah. But so basically, like, while he's begging for his life, the man in the mask is just like trying to pick like the perfect song. I think he goes through like 5 radio stations. He finally finds the perfect one. He turns up the volume and kills him.
Yep.
So
he could have seriously just sat there and waited for him to die too.
Yeah. Just been listening to
it was going to happen.
Just kick back.
Okay, was every single one of these songs done by Bonnie Wright?
I don't know, but
it sounded like they were.
I brought this up with Caleb, and it still annoys me that in the trailer they use the perfect song, and I forget who it's by. It's I Think We're Alone Now, and they use it so perfectly in the trailer, and it fits the movie, but yet it wasn't in the movie at all, and it pisses me off because they start playing it when Kinsey is like in a car, just like panily breathing, and the man in the mask pulls up right next to her, and he turns up the radio, and it was just so perfectly done in the trailer. Why did they put the song in the damn movie? Ugh, sorry, just still pissed me off. Okay, so after that, I don't know why, but I'm drawing like a blank after what happens after that.
After the dad?
Yeah, after the dad dies.
So after the dad dies, it's the son that's kind of running through the field and looking for...
Don't we just keep cutting back to them both running?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's just cutting to both of them, and then they eventually find each other.
Yes.
And that...
Well, wait.
Oh, no, because, like, there's that scene with the man in the mask in the park.
Oh, yeah, and she goes into the tube?
Yeah, she goes into the tube and is hiding there, and he's driving around, and then he pulls up to the tube, and I'm like, oh, shit. He found her.
Yeah, and she says, leave us alone, and then the pinup girl leans in, and she's like, but we just started.
Yeah, I was like,
and it scared the shit out of Caleb, which I wish it would have with me, but it was in the trailer. So I knew it was coming.
I watched one trailer, and that scared the living bejesus out of me.
Like, which sucks because she's like the stranger that got barely any screen time.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally 10. Well, wait, no, I'm gonna spoil it. So basically, after that, she of course books it. And then
yeah, which doesn't make any sense. How the hell did she get away?
Yeah, you think that pinup girl would have grabbed her and killed her, but
yeah, like pinup girl was right there. The truck was in the way. Do you mean to tell me that she somehow like maneuvered her way out from in front of the truck without pinup girl grabbing her first?
Yeah, right.
Or the man in the mask like hitting her with the car or something?
Seriously.
Bullshit.
Yeah, there was no way she could have gotten out of there. But yeah, so
then she gets with her brother, and then they run and try hiding in one of the. Oh no. So she like Kinsey, yeah, runs and hides in one of the rooms, and then she hears the Jack in the Box going.
Oh yeah,
and then she like goes and grabs it, and then when it goes, like
you see Dollface like rise up from
like the curtain or blanket or whatever.
Yeah, I think she was hidden under a blanket.
Okay.
And so basically, she stabs her a couple times, especially in the leg.
Like slashes her arm and then stabs her in the leg, and then
Luke comes in. Stupidest moment in the movie. Luke comes in with his uncle's gun and says, let her go, or I will shoot you. Drop your butcher knife. And she even says, "Are you gonna shoot me?" And Kinsey isn't Kinsey even saying like, "Just shoot her, give me the freaking gun." Just
no,
like,
he's holding it on her, and he's like helping her up and trying to like get out.
But isn't she saying something?
I don't think she is. Like, they didn't even take the knife.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
dude, like all of these like scenarios are going through my. I'm like,
so instead, so he had a perfect shot. He could have shot her right in the freaking head, but he decides no, I'm not going to. So basically,
I don't think he decides that. He's just like, let's go. No, F you, shoot her in the face.
Yeah, it's like 1 down, 2 to go, but whatever.
At least your sister had the sack too.
Yeah, right. So basically, they exit, and they leave, and then because she's so wounded, he decides to put her under, kind of like I don't know exactly.
Well, he wraps her up, or they go to a different trailer and they're hiding, and then he wraps her leg up.
Oh, and then the truck crashes through the building. Which
they didn't even try to look for the gun after that, because he sets it on the table in front of them.
Oh yeah.
And then it rams in. They didn't even try looking for the gun. They're just like, let's go, and run away. And then he puts her under the porch.
No one's smart in a horror movie.
I know, but still, I mean, come on.
I know.
That truck's not going anywhere after that.
That's true. So basically, after that, he takes her to kind of hidden under
another trailer.
Yeah, hidden, and hides her under one, and basically puts the fence back over it so it looks like no one's there. And basically, he goes to where they first went, which is like the convenience store, to see if any of the phones work. It turns out it actually does, and he gets through, and he's like, "Oh well," she's like, "Hey, what's your location?" He's like, "Shit, I wasn't paying attention." I'm like, "You're a dumbass, but whatever." So basically, he finally remembers, but the line's dead, and
I know. If only he would have remembered.
Yeah, I know.
Cut short.
Does Pinup Girl pop up with the landline cut, or I don't think? No, not yet. No, because basically after that, all he keeps hearing is sounds, and it's Pinup Girl just taunting him.
And then he grabs a freaking golf club,
and he goes so he goes to the pool area, and he keeps looking around, and then all of a sudden they turn on the lights, which I think was such a cool setup for the scene. So they turn on the lights, and all of a sudden Pinup Girl starts running at him, and he turns around and whacks her upside with a golf club, and I'm like, holy shit. And then so he walks over to her to see if she's dead, and instead of whacking her a couple more times, he decides, oh no, I think she's pretty much dead, and lifts up the mask to see if she's alive.
Tries to.
Yeah, tries to, and she grabs him, and so he grabs her butcher knife and basically just brutally murders her body. So literally, I think Pinup Girl had less than a minute of screen time.
Yeah. It was pretty short.
That sucks.
Dude, I already told you this, but you remember that scene in Logan where the main villain guy the main dude with the robot hand, he's just fighting, and then someone comes and hits him over the head, and he passes out. And
yeah.
Logan's just alright, take him away, and what's his face, Caliban, he's like, what if he wakes up? And then Logan just kicks him in the head.
Yeah.
Really fetching hard, and he's just that's what he needed to do. Whack her a couple times, make sure she's out.
Yeah.
I'd fall over too if I got whacked in the face with a golf club. Doesn't mean I'm knocked out.
Yeah, right. And then so after he brutally murders her, the man in the mask shows up, and I don't know, I loved his line that he says is I killed one of yours, how does it feel? I'm like, damn, okay, that's fair enough to say. And so that pisses him off, and so basically he comes swinging with that axe, holy shit.
I would have grabbed the golf club again, dude.
I would have too.
Give me a little extra reach.
So basically Luke is basically just trying to dodge every single shot, and he does, and then finally they both end up in the pool, and I don't know, I thought it was really cool how it kept cutting to under and then above, under and above, because you could still hear the song that was going.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really cool. And then finally, after that is done, you see Luke trying to get away, but the man in the mask stabs him with a butcher knife, and you just see Luke bleeding out in the pool. But it turns out he doesn't bleed out because Kinsey comes and grabs him, pulls him out, sets him to the side.
Puts him in like a storage locker.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think.
Or like a maintenance.
No,
shed.
she put him like kind of like where like the lifeguard stuff is.
So like a maintenance.
Yeah,
shed.
it does, Jonathan.
Or a storage unit doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. And then basically after that, I think that's when.
That's the last we see of him until.
Yeah, until the end. And basically, doesn't like the deputy show up after that?
Yeah, so she starts running to get to the main road, gets to the main road, and then there's a truck, or she thinks it's the truck, and she starts flipping out, and then the cop stops, gets out, and is like, hey, are you okay? And realizes she's all bloody and starts panicking, and then she starts explaining herself, and he's not even focusing on his immediate surroundings.
Nope. And then all of a sudden, Dollface just comes up behind him and
slits
slits
his throat. It wasn't even fast.
No, it wasn't.
It was just kind of like.
Nope. And
like
so
he easily could have stopped that.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, no.
And so Kinsey then gets basically gets away as fast as she can and gets into the patrol vehicle, but she realizes that she doesn't have the key. And you see Dollface just like
tap on the window with the knife.
Just playing.
She's like,
got him right here. And so she unlocks the door, gets in, and
no, she starts to try and get in, and then she jumps over the door and she's like trying to unload the shotgun.
Yeah. Kinsey makes like one of the smartest moves in the movie. She finally is unable to unlock the shotgun and just blasts Dollface away. You're like, holy shit.
I think Dollface starts to open up the thing, and then she like kicks her.
Yeah, I think.
And then she like finally unlatches and then points the gun out, and dude, even in that moment, I was like, shit.
Yeah. And then so Kinsey gets out, walks up to her, and you just see her like on the floor, like
gasping.
Yeah.
Or wheezing, whatever.
Yeah. Kinsey takes off her mask, and she asks her, "Why are you doing this?" And I don't know. I feel she could have said something way different, because I feel what she says in the movie when they ask why you're doing this in the first one, when she says because you were home, I'm like, that's just like such a sick line.
It's like super sadistic.
Yeah, but yeah, in this one she just says, why not? And I'm just like, that doesn't. It's not on the same level as because you were home.
Yeah, but I don't know. What would you have preferred? Because I would have preferred something referring to like the phone call, being like because you called, or something. But just why not? Yeah. I could give you a billion reasons why not.
Right.
But then after that, Kinsey unloads on her.
Yep.
Just gah!
Yeah. And then she's in the so she gets back into the patrol vehicle, and she's like just sitting there like, because she starts up the car and she's just like sitting there and she's about ready to take off, I think, but the man in the mask basically comes and just plows into the back of the patrol car, and so basically she's not able to start the car again.
Another stupid scene.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because I know how like those trucks are up pretty high.
Yeah.
You would have seen the lights and the shining into your face, no less too.
I agree. So basically she's trying to start it again, but then the man in the mask backs up and decides to hit her on the side. And at that moment she gets out, and I think the man in the mask is like kind of like trying to like get his car to go, and she sees all the gas leaking, and she decides, hey, I have my lighter, let's light this bitch.
So he rams into her, so he goes around, rams into the side.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then she's like dazed, and then he backs up, runs into her again, and then this is when she like is starting to open the door, and then she tumbles out when he hits her.
Yeah.
And then she walks around the side, and then he's like trying to back up but can't because his truck's locked onto something, and then she sees the gas lights her lighter and then throws it. Then it explodes.
And
I don't know why.
Bullshit, dude. Everything regarding him after this scene, total bullshit.
I know, but I love the song that they were playing as she was walking away, making love out of nothing at all. Like, that's just funny.
Yeah. Dude, after that, so when she's walking away, cool scene, though.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, this scene could have worked in, like, a Ghost Rider movie.
Yeah, it could.
Because he backs up, and suddenly he's released.
Yeah. So, like, she's crawling
there's the first instance of bullshit.
So she basically makes it to the bridge that is the only way to get out. And she's, like, literally, all of a sudden, she sees the truck come in, and it's, like almost engulfed in flames. And you just, like, he's... I just don't understand how he's...
No, because so he pulls out and starts coming towards her. She turns around. She's like, oh!
Oh, yeah.
And starts booking it. And then she gets on the bridge and doesn't think that... I don't know what she was thinking. Like, what her plan was.
Well, she can barely even walk, so she falls to the ground because she can't walk anymore.
That makes sense.
Yeah. He gets out of the truck. Well, he stops the truck, gets out, starts walking over to her with the axe, but then he falls down on his knees, takes a piece of glass, isn't it glass?
Yeah.
Takes a piece of glass out of his stomach, and then falls over dead, we think.
Oh my gosh.
And
bullshit again!
And so Kenzie is able to get, I guess, enough strength to get out onto the main road to flag down a truck that's passing, and the lady gets out and she's like, are you okay? And all of a sudden you hear she's like, oh shit, and she gets back in and starts taking off.
Smartest person in the whole damn movie.
I know, right? And so basically, and she gets back in and starts driving away because somehow the man in the mask is still alive and starts chasing after her. She's able to get into the bed of the truck. He is trying
Hers makes sense because she was closest to the truck.
Yeah.
Him is bullshit.
Yeah, there's no way.
Because I'm like, dude, are you serious? You just got blown up.
Yeah.
You just pulled a glass shard out of your sternum.
Yeah.
You are bleeding out at this point. Let's forget the fact that you should be burned alive.
Yeah, right.
But you pulled out. You should be bleeding out, and you have enough strength to grab onto the back of a moving truck and pull yourself in.
Yeah, but
bullshit.
Kenzie is able to take a bat that's in the back of the truck and basically just whack the hell out of his
She would have been screwed as shit if he was like in a soccer.
True. So basically,
I don't think we mentioned that, but the lady in the truck was riding shotgun was her son who had a baseball glove and was playing with his baseball and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by if he was in a soccer, she would have been screwed.
That's true. And then so basically she hits him upside the head with a bat and he falls off and is dead, we hope.
He better be.
I know, right?
After all that.
Dude, like, just after I said that, or after I saw that, I'm just like, I don't know if you've seen Scream 4.
I've not seen Scream 4.
Okay, well, there's this scene where one of the girls is like, well, you just won't die, will you? And she's like, what are you, Michael Myers? And I'm just like, yeah, this is literally what the guy is. Because Michael Myers will not die. And then so after that, it cuts to, it's her just sitting in the bed of the truck, like finally catching her breath. And then it cuts to her in the hospital with her brother that actually made it, amazingly.
Again, bullshit.
Yeah. But, whatever. And then so...
how many things are wrong with that? First, he was stabbed in the spine.
Yeah.
So, you know how many nerves are in the spine?
Like,
a lot.
I want to time, how long it took for her to kill that guy, or just, how long of that it was till we got to the hospital scene, because he would have bled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question. He would have bled out.
Unless she cauterized the wound or did something to close him up, which it didn't look like she did.
He didn't,
He would have bled out.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And if he didn't bleed out, the chlorine would have killed him.
True. That's very true.
Have you ever gone swimming with a paper cut? It hurts.
Oh, it hurts like a bitch. Oh, it
Yeah,
sucks.
that alone would make me want to die.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. So they're in the hospital. She gets up to get a glass of water, and all of a sudden she hears a familiar knock on the door, and then she drops the cup, and that's it. That's the end of the movie.
Yep. The more I talk about it, the shittier of a rating I'm giving it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, it's still good in my eyes.
Yeah, like
I
as
give
a
it
whole-
a B.
Really, I was
Like a soft B plus.
I was actually gonna go lower than that.
For real?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm being too nice.
I think you're being a little too nice. Like, I'm at like a C, soft C plus.
I'm going to be a little nicer and lower to like a B minus, closer to a C plus.
Okay, all right.
Just because it was good.
Like as far as horror sequels go, it's one of the better ones in my opinion.
A lot of the scenes were bullshit. Like,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
like there were missed opportunities in a lot of the scenes.
Oh no, I'm gonna actually give it a solid C plus. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna give it.
Okay.
Solid C plus.
So a lot of this, there were missed opportunities with a lot. The beginning was really good,
That was.
like introducing the characters and everything.
It's that opening. I
It
loved
was
it so much.
after the minivan incident with the dad is where it just started to take a dive with me.
That's fair.
There were so many missed opportunities with that. They could have had a monologue with, like, they could have had a whole "Why are you doing this?" monologue between the man in the mask and Mike.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Like a huge one, just him like getting into like I don't know if there could be like a philosophical meaning behind what they're doing or anything, or if they even have a reason for it.
You never know.
But they had a missed opportunity to talk about why they were doing what they were doing with Mike. Because the one with Kinsey just sucked.
Yeah.
And like, how cool of a scene would have it, like, an even better scene is if they would have had, with Mike, had the man in the mask just sitting in the minivan with him, playing the creepy ass music, and then just like slowly watching him fade, just like trying to stay alive.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah, and then like he didn't need to stab him.
No,
it's like,
he
dude,
didn't.
he's dead regardless of what anyone does.
Yeah, exactly.
So
If
I would
anything,
like to
you'd
see
think that you'd want him to die a slow, painful death.
Yeah. Like, that would be a lot more interesting to me than just killing someone. Like, if I were if I was a psychopath like that, I don't know. You'd want him to start begging for death.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I can agree with that.
And then, if I would have done this, Pinup Girl still would have gotten the shit end of the stick with the death, because that whole scene where it's like, I killed one of yours, and how's it feel? That was great.
Yeah,
I would have made Man in the Mask's reaction to that a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
Not just like still playing with him.
Yeah.
I would have made it more like a angry, just swinging.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So, that's what I would have done.
Oh.
And then Luke was freaking stupid when they were in the pool and were fighting, because he got away from the Man in the Mask. But are you shitting me? You didn't even bother to try to turn around to see how.
I know, right?
If he was anywhere close to you.
Yeah, seriously.
Dumb.
It's like you're just asking to get stabbed now.
Yeah. Dude, like, I actually had a joke that made me like almost die in the middle of it. All the scenes with Kinsey, I was just like, this week on Beyond Scared Straight.
Oh my gosh. That's great. Oh, no.
Just because of, like, she's just I have fun.
That's funny. That's really funny.
But yeah, after that scene with the dad, the movie started diving for me.
That's fair. Okay, I get
With
that.
like with the missed opportunities that they had, the with a lot of the scenes, especially the one where with Pinup Girl when she gets whacked.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You go for the mask first? No.
Hey, but at least she had a better line than Dollface. She said, "But we're just getting started," and
Yeah.
Dollface said, "Why not?" I don't know. I feel that's like way
Dollface.
That's a
dumb.
stupid. Yeah. Definitely way better line.
Yeah, and then after that, it was just dumb lines, missed opportunities, and a lot of bullshit.
Okay, yeah, I can get that.
Especially the scene with Kinsey and the man in the mask.
Yeah.
Like, after he got blown up, I was like, perfect. This is how you can end it.
Yeah.
Nope. You have to freaking pull a Ghost Rider, and then...
I feel it's more like pulling like a Michael frickin' Myers.
Yeah.
Or Jason Voorhees, whatever.
Yeah, so after that, it was just kind of like,
it's
dude, come on.
You've shown that they're not like supernatural. They're just like regular people that are just psychopaths.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I think these people would do, like, the strangers would do a really good job in a Saw-like movie. Where it's more like a monster house. Not monster house, but like a, you know what I mean, though,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Where it's a house full of traps and shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like, have they done a movie like that? I know the
No, I
first
don't
Saw
think
was
so.
like that, but it was just them trying to get
Excuse me.
out.
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, if they decide
That'd
to
be a
make
cool movie, though.
that would be.
Horror movie idea. We do one where it's like a house, and then they're just trying to get through the house, but in every room there's like a trap or something.
There you go. It's kind of like how it is in like Saw 2 because it's spread out across the house.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did decide to make a third one, which I don't know where they could go with it.
Yeah, because all the other ones are dead.
Yeah, I'm still pissed that got spoiled for me. I hate Facebook. I hate it so much. But if they decide to do a third one, I'd definitely be down for it.
Yeah.
But I still do think the first one's way better.
I mean, they could do a whole, like, people that were inspired by them in the news kind of thing.
Like a copycat.
Yeah.
That'd be
But-
kind of cool.
Yeah. But you know how that worked out in Saw.
Yeah.
The copycats are never as good as the original.
Well, yeah, and Hoffman cheated.
Yeah! But, I'll let... I have thoughts.
But anyway,
yeah.
so you said a B, right?
B minus, closer to a C plus.
'Kay.
After a little more thought.
Okay, and I give it a solid C plus.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, so that's all I got on the movie.
Yeah, that's all
Same
I
with
got.
you?
Yep.
Cool. So that concludes this week's All Bros Breakdown. If you enjoyed this episode and any other episodes that you thought were good, be sure to just subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. And if you hated us, let your enemies know.
Yeah.
We're cool with that. We're not picky about who you let into this club. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook and or Twitter at the All Bros. No punctuation in that at all. And the same with our email, which is theallbroschannel@gmail.com. So email us if you have any questions you want us to answer, any movies you want us to watch, any anything you want us to discuss, we're open to it all.
Yep.
So yeah, and we will be back next week with something. I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you have any ideas?
Well, this week is supposed to be Civil War, right?
Right.
Do we want to do a breakdown of that? Or should we do that the week after?
I don't know. We'll come back with something.
Yeah.
So,
It'll come to us.
yeah. But until then, I am Caleb Albers,
And I'm Jonathan Rose.
and this has been the All Bros Podcast. So, deuces.
Later.